Hello, people. I am JABY KOAY. Joining me is ACHARA, KIRK, and JOANNA KALAFATIS.
Hello.
We are going to look at a Greek film at my request. JOANNA dug this up.
To pay tribute to my ethnicity. So.
Yeah, you said it's about a year old. Mm-hmm. There may not be subtitles on this, so we're going to check it out, and JOANNA will translate.
After the fact, right?
If it needs translated.
Yes.
I like dancing.
Το χέρι του τρέμει. Στο σχολείο πηδάει στα μαθήματα. Χάνω κάτι που θέλω πολύ.
What the hell? What is happening?
Και τότε σκέφτομαι αλλόκο τα πράγματα.
Τον καταβρόχτησε. Ο Μινόταυρος στο Θησέα.
Θέλω οι δυνατοί να χάνουν τη δύναμή τους.
Οι σουλιώτισσες δεν σώθηκαν επειδή έγιναν οι φούστες.
It's like fantasy world.
Yeah.
Του έρχονται στο μυαλό όταν του φεύγουν οι λεγάμενες που ερωτεύονται. Αυτό βολής είναι υπέροχο.
He's like Gail Garcia Bernal.
Εμείς στο σπίτι το λέγανε.
Πάθη. Είναι η αγαπημένη βαλίτσα του Ωνάση.
Το έχουν μεγάλη και τρανή.
Τι σογιατρός ήταν αυτή ρε μάγκα?
Παιδίατρος.
Πόσα σου πήρε?
Κάτι παραπάνω από 2 καφέδες.
In Greece, to read the coffee, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah,
it's a
I
superstition.
love that.
That's why I do
Κάνε
that.
παρέα, φίλους δεν έχει.
Sometimes I try and do that.
Μαλλιάδες με κάτι μουσιανά.
This is Greece in the 60s, I guess, by the way. It doesn't look
Παιδιά με τους
contemporary.
καλούς με τους κακούς. Πρέπει να τον κλείσουμε σε ένα σκοτεινό δωμάτιο. Για να ξεχάσει τα παλιά, να μάθει τα καινούργια.
Λέχτηκε με το σινεμά. Ο Δούριος Ζήπος τι ήταν τελικά? Ο Ράδα ή επειδή
Saying how he's focused on old myths and stories, basically, not living in the present.
Okay, gotcha. Is he a documentarian?
Είχε ένα γέλιο μέχρι εκεί.
It's not fully explained yet. Oh,
Οι
it's got
γιατροί
church and
λένε πως
horse?
φταίει ο Νοτιάς
Yeah.
και η υγρασία. Σου βάζει λόγια ο Νοτιάς, Σταύρο.
Okay, so there's a relationship with the mom, and I assume.
Does he grow up
Hold
to
on.
be that guy?
Wait. So before you go into it, let me just see if I can dissect this really quick.
Okay.
So this kid is obviously got some kind of relationship with the mom, and she teaches him all about the classic stories that he gets really invested in and he falls in love with and he's constantly thinking about, and it influences his art style, the way he sees the world. He becomes some kind of documentarian or filmmaker or something. That's as far as I got. And he somehow gets involved in like political issues in the 60s. I don't know. And there's like a love drama thing that a girl he's in love with that is not in love with him and then falls in love with him after or something. Okay, go ahead. I'm confused.
It actually isn't that much more clear than you'd think even understanding the Greek. What it basically seems to do is follow this kid who's just living in his own imagination all the time based off these stories and myths he's heard.
Not from his mom.
No, some from his mom. But
Okay.
it's not really clear where he's heard from. Some is the movies, obviously. Some is just stories he heard growing up, probably. And how, his dad, it would appear to be, just keeps saying, like, he needs to, grow up and live in the present and stop being invested because he's always in his head. And apparently gets disappointed in love because he's, creating this romantic fantasy in his head that obviously the girl is, whatever girl it is matching up to.
Right.
What I didn't quite get, and I don't know if I missed it in the trailer or they just didn't show it in the trailer, the woman who's reading the coffee, I don't know if there's a more dramatic element here that might be happening in the movie that I might have missed, like if he's in danger of something or...
Okay.
Or like a prophecy or something.
Right, because it's
like
weird because
that?
when you read the coffee, you usually tell someone's future, but for them to include it, either it's something that's she's saying like, oh, he's destined for great things, or something bad is going to happen. It has to be one of the two to be in a film like this.
Gotcha.
I feel like it might be the bad thing.
Yeah.
But
he's coming also, the time it takes place in Greece, so it does appear to be the 60s. It's a very politically charged time in Greece. If it's towards the late 60s, a military dictatorship was instituted then in Greece for almost a decade. So it might be dealing with a wider political issue, I guess, and maybe escapism from that, because there was also a censure during that dictatorship.
The photography in film, that's a big aspect for this guy. And like he's got this camera. It's like,
it's really good, by the way.
Is he a documentarian or something?
It doesn't say, but I would guess a filmmaker more than a documentarian.
Okay.
I was getting a kind of like student filmmaker vibe.
Yeah.
But he's obviously part of this political...
And this, because what the parents were saying, one of them says he has no friends, and the other says he does, but it's just like bearded, long-haired people. So, the...
Hippies.
Hippies, the Greek version, I guess, yeah.
Right. But he's obviously getting deeply involved in the political landscape, and he's using his filmmaking prowess and, powers to help tell their side of things, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that just looking at it, I think the cinematography looks really nice.
Yeah.
You know, it looks very beautiful. I like the colors and the tones, and I think it looks really whimsical as well with the kind of fantasy elements. And I love that shot of him dancing, the lady's shoes and the kids' shoes. It evokes a sense of nostalgia, I think.
Right. The cinematography is very beautiful. The way it's shot is compelling. I can appreciate that. Even without understanding everything, without subtitles and anything like that. I can appreciate it as a filmmaker just from...
Aesthetics.
Just the aesthetics. It's visually pleasing to watch. I feel like there is a deep relationship between the kid and the mom, though, because that came back around at the end, and I don't know what that's about, but that's interesting to me. I find child-parent relationships interesting in film. I don't know why. Like, I just watched Finding Nemo again the other day. It's very much about this dynamic of the son and father thing, even though they don't spend a lot of time on screen together in the film. I don't know. That pulls me in as well.
But I think also like a parent-child relationship in real life, it's a formative relationship.
Oh, so much.
For us, you know, all of our relationships are informed by the relationships that we have with our family members, and the most important ones being our parents. They teach us how to relate to people. So I'm the same. I love watching films that kind of talk about that.
Yeah.
I find them really compelling.
Yeah. So obviously the mom has some kind of major impact on why he followed this path.
And it seems like, from the dialogue, it seems like she's kind of... Every other adult wants him to, you know, grow out of this, like, fantasy world he seems to live in. And the mom she kind of comes around to that and, you know, starts regretting maybe encouraging that. But it's also her son, and she wants him to kind of be in this happy, like, beautiful place he's in. Yeah. Mentally.
Well, that was cool. That was different.
Yeah.
And everyone's smoking because it's Greece in the 19. Every single person has a cigarette in their hand at all times.
Smoking is injurious to health.
Yes.
Thanks you guys for hanging out with us. Please check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media, as well as JOANNA KALAFATIS. JOANNA's got a lot of travel-related stuff, as well as a travel vlog and a documentary coming soon about Greece. Yes?
Yes, refugee camps.
Refugee camps in Greece. Yeah, so... good happy times. So,
check it out.
Check it out.
It's all a bunch of laughs, guys.
So, I'm JABY KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
JOANNA KALAFATIS.
Peace out.